we had what is generally regarded as the greatest college basketball team and program ever. And we were rolling. We were winning every game by record margins, the same records that still stand to this very day. And so I show up senior year, and Coach Wooden came into the locker room. I was always the first one to practice. I love practice. I love preparation. I love playing. I love life. And here I was going to be out there playing and jamming again. And so Coach Wooden would come in every day to practice as we're getting dressed, and he'd walk around the locker room, and he would rub his hands and fingers through your hair to make sure it wasn't covering your ears. Same thing with your collar in the back. And then he would rub your jawline to make sure you would shave that day. I'm 19 years old, and I still don't need to shave every day. And he was making a shave every single day. And so he said, Bill, you don't pass inspection today. You can't practice. I knew by this point that there was no way I was going to change his mind, but the other guys jumped in. Greg Lee, Jamal Wilkes, Dave Myers, Marcus Johnson, all the guys. He said, come on, coach, let him practice. We've won every game since Bill's been here. He's been the academic All-America. He's been the player of the year in college basketball. We've set all these records, and Coach Wooden, he was firm. And that's where he gave me the speech again. Bill, it's fine and good that you think that way. I'm the coach. We're going to miss you. Thanks for coming. That was the deal. And so I knew I was already dressed. I was already taped. But I kept my bicycle right there in the locker room. And so I jumped on my bike, rode out of Pauley Pavilion through the tunnel, down Gailey Avenue, turned left on LeConte, pulled into Cammie's hair salon where he's still there. He's still there 50 years later. And I said, Cammie, cut it off. There was somebody already in the chair. And I grabbed the guy, threw him out of the chair, said, Cammie, give me a plastic razor. And I shaved while he was cutting all my hair off. I rode my bike up as fast as I could, back up LeConte, back up Gailey, in through the tunnel. And then I rode onto the court, dumped my bike on the side, raced over, got the end of the line, and hoped and prayed that Coach wouldn't notice that I was 3 minutes late to the start of practice. But he noticed. He knew everything. And you know, he was such an incredible teacher. And he was all about the team. He was all about rules and structure and discipline. And he was always about getting you ready for life. Because that's what he coached. He didn't really coach basketball. He didn't talk about basketball very much. He never talked about winning and losing. We never watched film. He never used the blackboard. He never called timeout. We never had a play. Never talked about the other team. He was just interested in making us champions in the game of life.